the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another live edition of Aaron's Hour, coming to you live from the WWDBTV studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. That's right. I'm Aaron Phillips, host of the show. Otherwise, the title of the show would make totally no sense. But then again, if you know me well enough, I don't make a whole lot of sense most of the time. Anyway, ask my wife. I know you will too. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you making me part of your Saturday, regardless of where you're listening, whether it's New York, Hawaii, Guam, Denmark. I'll take you all and greatly appreciate it. That's Melbourne. Right. Melbourne? We're in Melbourne?
Yeah.
We are?
You didn't know that?
No.
Chris, we have been for years.
Oh, well, there you go. Thank you, Melbourne. I know Elimination Chamber was in Perth, Australia this morning.
Ipswich, which is in the outback, and then one other place in the middle of the country, wherever that is.
See what I have to work with here, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, thank you for doing it. Listen, it's a great day here in Vegas. Mid-60s. Spring is in the air almost. February's almost up. It's leap year, so don't adjust your calendars.
And it's not getting dark at 3:30.
I wish it was. It makes better nap times when that happens. But yeah, January was a 5-week month, wasn't it, John?
5-month week.
5-week month, but it seemed like
5-month week.
It was a long week. Yeah,
Anyway,
right.
long.
And then you have leap year, adding another day. I've totally lost weeks at a time here lately, and I'm trying to get back on track. But nonetheless,
7 years in the last 2 months.
That's because you live in dog years. That's why. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Listen, you can tell we're off and running the first couple of minutes here, and that's why I love what I do. Oh, I try not to, but you get started on your own. You're like those self-start engine cars. You just go. Anyway, listen, I got a great show today. Entertainment. I'm on a run with great entertainers because I also love performing live for you all out there, and I love it, love it, love it. Don't adjust your cameras, though, because we have a beauty on set today with a couple of beasts up here. So at this time, I'd like to introduce officially, we have Tracy, we have Matt Mitchell. Together, they are called Platforms and Bell Bottoms. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
Not bad. I remembered all that.
Wow.
That's amazing. I'm impressed.
So am I, for that matter. Anyway, yes.
And you said it in the right order, too.
I know. I know. Listen, I'm sometimes known for screwing up titles and names, but I got this one right.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No. Listen. I get paid high bucks to mess everything up. But anyway, thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you for that nice welcome. And I also welcomed our guest out there in TV.
Yes.
Hey,
everybody watching. I think we have a live back view going here on one of the phones. We got everything going on. Thank you for watching us on Facebook. You can be watching us on the Aaron's Hour page. If you're already there, that's great. You can go to the WWDBTV Facebook page. That'll work. Same 2 pages on YouTube. Oh, by the way, I forget, I'm also streaming on Aaron Phillips The Voice, my business page. So you got 3 pages on Facebook. Then in about 5 days or so, you can go to Roku, download the WWDB-TV channel to Roku. And not only will you be able to watch this show with my great guests today, but all the plethora of guests that I've had on the plethora of shows that are on the plethora of menu options of the plethora of shows on the network. And I get paid by the plethora. Not really. Anyway, so thank you all. And if you want to call in and talk to my guests, 702-992-3207. The show is live. Nothing is pre-recorded except my life.
This is live?
Well, I hope so. If you push live, did you hit start live yet? I don't know. Did I give you enough quarters to put in the slot back there? We got it. 702-992-3207. The show is all about fun. But nonetheless, we'll cover some good stuff with our folks because we love to teach and show everybody out there what the best thing about Las Vegas is. We have great people like these 2 folks here. They are here today to not only share their life story, but they're going to share music. Yeah, we love music. You know what time it is, John?
I give up. What time is it?
It's time for Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
All right, welcome back. Vegas 2.0 is underway. And for those of you joining me for the first time, my question to you is very simply this: where the hell have you been? But anyway, this segment is all about sharing news and notes of stuff going on in Vegas, winners, news around the country, whatever it is. I like sharing what's going on, and particularly news that affects winners. Now, I don't have this one printed out yet because I was reading this morning, and I don't know if I have it. Oh, I have it on that page. We have winners. We have winners all over the place, and I love sharing that. But there was one that came across my feed this morning, and I'm quickly trying to find it. Here we go. A bar contacted a regular that goes there, and this individual, this is Cadillac, Michigan. What a great city name for a town that makes cars.
Who came up with that name?
Right? I mean, why not Edsel? Well, Edsel didn't last long. I guess Cadillacs are better. But anyway, so this gentleman, he got a call from a bar employee that led to him discovering he won $4.4 million on a Lotto 47 ticket out there. The 71-year-old man matched the winning tickets drawn on January 20th. One of the 5 tickets that were bought at AmVets Post 110. So as a veteran, congratulations. I like that even better. So the next day, this gentleman got a call from one of the bartenders saying, hey, you better check your tickets because they had that place that sold a lottery winning ticket. So when he went, he looked up the winning numbers and then looked over his own ticket. And sure enough, he was the big winner. And he's still in disbelief.
Awesome.
The winner chose to receive the money as a one-time lump sum of about $3 million rather than the annuity payments for the full amount. With his winnings, he plans to save for retirement.
Uh-oh.
I figured I would just leave that out there, let it float for a second there and see.
Me too.
I knew John's still working towards that too. Anyway, so good. Congratulations. And the fact that he's a vet, I'm even happier for that. So congratulations.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, thank you to the bartender that actually called him.
That
He
was
didn't have to.
that's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah. You know,
Yay
and
to
if-
the bartender.
That doesn't
Absolutely.
happen very often.
No, but they do. The place who sell these tickets, they actually get a commission on winnings. So they had as much
So
at
there's
stake.
incentive.
Absolutely.
I see.
More winners. Here's one I feel bad for, gentlemen. This story comes out of, I forget where it came out of. It came out of my internet. No. This was reported by the U.S. Sun. So a gentleman by the name of Cord Bearton bought a Millionaire Club scratch-off at PV&P Mart in Springfield, Illinois. Okay? So a buddy of his was supposed to go halvesies with him to buy a ticket like they usually do. Well, apparently this guy's friend, they couldn't connect to split the money. So his friend said, don't worry about it. You just buy the ticket. If anything happens, it's yours. Ha ha. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, my. And that's when he won.
So he scratched the first bonus off on the ticket, Mr. Bearden said, and it was a loser. Then, by the way, this was Kentucky, not Illinois. Then I get confused with all these Springfields. I even have one in New Jersey. Then he scratched the second bonus and said he won $10,000. He scanned the barcode, and then it said he had won $50,000, and he couldn't believe it.
Wow.
So he is $25,000 even more richer because he should have been splitting that with his buddy.
Right.
I, on the other hand, I feel bad for the buddy. He must have been kicking himself.
Oh, my God.
But this guy, Mr. Bearden, though, Bearton was a good guy. I wonder if he shared any of his winnings
I
with him
would
just
guess
because.
he did.
Well,
you think?
I would have.
Yeah, maybe about $1. That's something, you know.
I'd give
Maybe.
the guy at least $100.
At
Yeah,
least.
I mean, maybe a
Or at
$5.
I would have bought him a ticket.
For to win his own right.
Bought him
Reverse it,
another
right,
ticket.
exactly.
Another few tickets.
But that's good. I mean, at least what I like about that is the friend told him to do it. And at least according to this story, we don't know if there's been any retribution.
Right.
But
Yeah.
nonetheless, by the way, hello to all of you out there in Matt's land. We appreciate you joining in here behind the scenes. Anyway, I got to say hello to them
Yeah.
too. All right. So I have a whole slew of winnings. John, were you one of these winners all over the valley?
I was the guy they call, I use anonymous.
From parts unknown? That's what, yeah, exactly.
That's me. Yeah.
So here's the first one. This gamer won, and you can see the picture of a slot machine, right? He won a poker
Yes.
slot machine. Winning big work for a local video poker player. The gamer, who chose to remain anonymous, won $200,000 after hitting a royal flush on a double-double bonus poker machine Thursday at the Suncoast. And he
Wow.
only bet $250.
Mm.
Here's what I love about these stories. When they tell you how much they put in the machine, that's just at that time.
That's just
at
that.
that
They're
time.
not talking about the last 10 years before that.
That's always the kicker in all these stories for me. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying? But
yep.
anyway, Boulder Station, somebody, and again, these are all not anonymous winners. So I'm just going to simply say what was bet, won, whatever information they gave us. This was on one of the Africa Serengeti machines at Boulder Station. Cat's Wild jackpot on Serengeti. This individual bet $1.60, literally $1.60. Walked away with $10,000 on that machine.
Nice.
To me, any money I don't put in a machine is my winnings, quite frankly, if you ask me. Also, they had another one on the Wheel of Fortune jackpot. This individual bet $5 and came away with $20,000. Oh, and by the way, $20,002, by the way. Green Valley Ranch had a big jackpot down there. Double bonus poker, sequential royal flush alert. $5 bet turned into $82,517.70, right? This is where I struggle with this. The $1.60 winner, right? You're not just winning that the first time you see. If you are, you're very lucky.
Oh,
But how
doesn't
much
happen.
do these people really put in
Oh,
to get there? John,
I have done that.
what's that?
The first coins that I put in.
Oh, yeah.
I would Delta Royal Flush, and I was on the dollar machine.
Oh, boy.
And it was a progressive for $6,000.
Nice. So it does happen.
Wow.
It does
Yeah.
happen.
Does
Yeah,
happen.
I haven't been to casino since.
Well, you know, folks, understand this. This city was not built on winners, if you know what I'm talking about over the years, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Benny Siegel had, something to do with that. Anyway, Palace Station, when you're down to your last $300 and this pops up, this lucky boarding pass member hit a jackpot for $20,000. But that's a lot of money to get $20,000 back. Don't you think? $350?
Yeah.
If it was $3.50 they were down to, okay, it's a little more staggering, right? But last $350? I don't know, I'd
Yeah,
probably
you
consider
could
that
still
lucky.
do something with that.
Palms Casino had a
Palms.
winner. Yes, they did. This one, well, they don't even say how much they won on this one. They just simply said that it was a Dragon Cash jackpot win. They didn't list how much money was there. So you know what? Palms Casino, the hell with you. Samstown doesn't mention it either. Let me see. There was one more back here. So bear with me. My fingers get so dry with it. Okay, here you go. Here's one. All right. This one, Samstown, $1 bet. $1. How much do you think this person won for $1?
$38,392.
Not even close.
$37,000.
Not
How about $145,000?
even worse than his answer.
10,000.
This person for $1 bet on lucky guess hitting at the Grand Progressive jackpot on Dragon Link hit for $11,036
Oh, that's
Wow.
for a $1 bet
That's insane.
at that moment.
Yeah, that's,
Wow,
that's
at that
They spent $1 million over
Yeah.
their lifetime to get their
Right,
money back. Is the
exactly.
other way, right? Let's see.
Right,
What's the last one I got?
So I was closest. I
You
guessed
were.
10,000.
You guessed
What do I
10,000.
get for
you're
that?
good.
You get a deep appreciation hug from Tracy. South Point Hotel, congratulations to the lucky winner with the Ultimate Texas Hold'em jackpot last Sunday, taking home $83,875. Not only
Wow.
that, but the blind bet on that jackpot also hit for an extra $5,000.
Not bad.
Nope. Fremont Street, if you're in playing Monopoly and you like properties, I don't know if you guys heard this story. You guys remember Tony Shea, right?
I don't.
Tony Shea.
Tony
Yeah.
Shea.
Right.
I've heard the name.
What was the name of his company?
Ralph Nader and Associates.
No, shut up. Not Ralph Nader. Everything is Ralph Nader with him. Anyway, I'm blanking on it. It was the shoe company, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that one.
Zappos?
Zappos.
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 Yeah,
There you got it.
Took over the police building. Now.
Right. Took over the
Yes.
police building,
Yes,
then
yes.
died mysteriously in a fire in Connecticut
I
with
had
family and all
no
that sort of stuff.
idea.
Wow.
Anyway, he had told his lawyers and folks well before he passed away that he wanted some of the properties that they owned downtown to be sold off for his company, right? Well, a Las Vegas developer has bought 4 prominent Fremont Street properties for a total of $11 million. The Siegel Group purchased the buildings at 517, 523, and 525 Fremont Street with 100 South 6th Street around the corner. The buyers confirmed to the RJ that the seller was T-Bro II LLC, a subsidiary of Tamaris Group, a real estate investment group that also owns the Plaza Hotel.
Ooh.
The problem with that is in October of last year, Tony Shea's estate sold a small but key slice of downtown Las Vegas at the corner of Fremont and the Boulevard, a commercial property sitting on a half acre. It sold for $14.6 million back in September. Property records showed tenants include restaurants and bars such as Inspire Nightclub, Flippin' Good, which I was there not too long ago, was also a good place, and Downtown Cocktail Room. So the thing is, Shea's estate gave the green light to 2 properties last year, Logic Commercial Real Estate and Avison Young, to sell 15 properties. So these 3 properties that were sold by the Siegel Group, or purchased, I should say,
Purchase by.
were all part of those 15 properties. So little, some might say insider trading. But anyway, I have one more quick story before we go to break, and I don't want to waste any more time. But very soon, the Tropicana Bridge overpass and all that crazy stuff on the listen, I didn't realize that was a 4-phase construction. Number 1 is gone. I guess they're getting ready to start the second phase with, but actually, I guess it sounds like part of it's going to reopen. Mm-hmm. So part of this article asks that when you start taking that exit, hi, Jennifer from Hawaii, please remember that they are changing the lanes to come off. They're going with that diamond construction where you have people going in, like they have off of 215 down in like Henderson. We got people cutting this way, people cutting this way. So folks, when you start taking that road, please, by all means, be careful because it will be a new configuration coming off the ramp. So that's it for Vegas Unwrapped 2.0. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Hey, guess what time it is, John?
Time for a break.
Time for a break. So when we come back, we can actually get down to talk with my guests, Matt and Tracy. You're watching Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. Don't go to be right back.
Hello, everybody. It's me, President Trump, greatest president in the history of presidents, and I've been on a lot of shows, believe me, but the best one by far is Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. This guy is so amazing. What a great interviewer, and you can catch him every Saturday from 12 to 1. 12 to 1. It's a tremendous show. You know why? I was on it, and the ratings went through the roof. Check it out on WWDBTV. That's WWDBTV. It's huge.
Hi, I'm John P.G. Stiles. Some people call me JPEG. You can probably guess why. I'm the founder and partner at WWDBTV. Does your business need a commercial, or do you already have one and you just want to get the message out there? Do you need a sizzle reel? Do you need an audition tape for a part that you're up for? Or have you ever thought about hosting your own show? Well, this is the place, WWDBTV.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. By the way, the last commercial was brought to you by the Homeless Man Society of Las Vegas. So you just roaming around, needed a meal, so they grabbed him in.
Who is that guy anyway?
Equal opportunity employer.
Well, that's good because usually you're an equal opportunity offender, but that's
That's
okay. Who was that guy? Who the hell knows? Who cares? But the best part is about the studio. The shadow knows. The best part is about WWDB-TV and all that goes on here. More than just shows, video, graphics, whatever you need, you can do it here. Okay, with that, enough about the homeless guy. Matt and Tracy. What's that? Corporate training sessions. I don't care. I don't get paid for any of that. So unless I get hired to do one. Anyway, Matt and Tracy, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Tracy's slide to the show, isn't it?
Oh, it's awesome. I love how you guys are back and forth.
Well, he's like the unknown character of the show. He's like the voice out of nowhere.
That's right.
He's the background guy.
He is. He's the background
The
guy.
peanut gallery.
Oh, peanuts? Oh, he's crazy nuts. Okay. Doesn't even use his microphone because he knows he's loud enough to be heard
He
without it.
projects.
So you guys, first of all, how long have you guys been performing in town?
Since about 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about 11 years going on.
Yeah.
Where are you originally from?
Originally from Southern California.
Yeah.
We
That's all there's. Notice how they're staggering it. How much of the truth that I want to share here? That's kind of what they're thinking about.
when you say you're from Southern California, it's kind of everyone in Las Vegas.
Everyone here is from Southern California.
The witness protection program is a terrible thing, folks.
Everyone in Las Vegas is
sort
from
of
Southern
checking with each
California.
What I'm not though. I'm from
No,
West
okay.
California. I'm from Eastern California.
That's why you have to leave.
I'm from Eastern California called New Jersey. It's a little city unknown.
Right.
But anyway. But yeah, there are a lot of people here obviously from Cali because it's way too expensive to live in Cali.
Hell yeah. And that's why we moved here. And we moved here in 2005. We were very glad to get out. And Tracy had been twisting my arm or trying to twist my arm into moving to Las Vegas for about a year. And I was like, Las Vegas? Why would I move to Las Vegas? I'm not moving to Las Vegas. So in 2005, we moved to Las Vegas. Thank you.
That's right.
Right. When you're married, you learn to
You don't even have to finish.
No,
every
I don't
married
even
guy
have to
out there knows exactly how he was going to finish that sentence, including this guy right. I got 35 years in the book, so I know how to finish that sentence. So how long are you guys married?
Well, since about 2004.
Okay.
Yeah, actually a year before we moved here.
Okay.
So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
So why Vegas? What was your draw to want to move to Vegas?
Well, we were doing the clubs and we were in LA and we were doing our original tunes, which was awesome. But then we decided we wanted to make some money and cash out and come to Las Vegas.
Make money. Wow. When that happens, let me know. Will you please?
Right.
I will.
We actually did quite well. And when I say we've performed since 2013, it was actually with our band that we've been performing since 2013.
As a band is called?
High Rise.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I stalk people on social media. I got to be honest with you. I'm all over social media, especially Facebook. Yeah, right. Exactly. but I won't stalk you guys. And so you and I have been connected for
Unless
a while.
I pay you.
Oh,
Unless
wow.
that's true. You and I have been connected on Facebook for a while. Matt and I
Yes.
and John, we met here months and months and months ago.
Yeah.
Thank you to Ed over at Desert Valley
Ed
Gallery.
Murray, yay.
Boy, I'm just
Yeah.
giving everybody plugs
Yeah,
today.
absolutely.
And so, it's interesting because I see your stuff for platforms and bell bottoms, then this thing called high rise. And then when
Right.
I get the bio, I see high rise. Can we please, for the sake of God, please differentiate the difference between high rise, and I'm not talking about a building, okay? Well, let's clear that up right now. What high rise is for you guys and platforms and bell bottoms. So how do you guys want to tell the difference?
Well, High Rise is a dance band, and we play the songs that make people happy. That's why we call it High Rise.
Okay.
And so
High
that
Rise is our top 40.
It's a top
band.
40.
Okay.
We play music from starting with the 70s to today, and we've been all over the place with that. Our Platforms and Bell Bottoms is a production show
Okay.
with a big video wall behind us, lighting, costumes that
A lot
sparkle,
of choreography.
choreography. We
Yeah, musical interludes between the songs.
So could it be a little
medleys.
bit like if going back to the 70s which is some of like a little Sonny and Cher-esque production of variety?
Well,
Yes,
we
it's-
do feature, because there are two girls and two guys. We
Okay.
feature all bands that did have two girls and
Okay.
two guys.
Oh, okay.
So that's the music of
Fleetwood Mac,
Heart, and ABBA.
Okay.
And then
And
while
there's
the girls, there's two girls, two guys in all those bands.
Right.
So we do some costume changes to represent each one.
Gotcha.
And in between those costume changes, the guys kind of take over and throw in some other stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's where the and more comes from. At the
That's right.
end.
That's the
Gotcha.
In
guys are
case
and
anyone's
more.
wondering, it's
It's
Fleetwood Mac,
definitely-
Heart, ABBA, and more.
It's
That's where
definitely
that
a
comes from.
female
It's like a pizza
oriented
joint.
show.
Okay.
The girls are kind of taken over in this one.
Any guys complaining about that out
Gee,
there? If you
she's
are, you're watching the
amazing.
wrong show. That's for sure.
And it was choreographed by the other girl in the show, Sherry Klein. Hey, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
What's up,
And
Sherry?
she's an amazing dancer and singer.
Okay.
And
She was
yeah,
in a show called Splash.
Oh, I
think it
remember
was
Splash.
really
Oh, my gosh.
big,
she was
yeah.
the lead dancer in Splash. And also the understudy for the lead singer. So she's a triple threat. you
Right
know,
on.
She's great with her words. And we all do some dialogue and share our experiences with the music,
Okay.
either as we performed it on stage in the lounges or as children when we first heard it and how it impacted us.
Oh yeah, that part
Yeah.
of the topic of conversation must be fun. Like when you're
Absolutely.
X age and you hear this song, what did
Right.
it mean to you at that time?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Boy, that's
Yeah.
that conversation's got to be a lot of fun.
It
Yeah.
is. And
Now, is there an audience in participation with that?
yes, in a sense, they
yeah,
are really
sometimes.
with us the whole time. It really does start and then it doesn't stop.
Okay.
And there is some engagement with the audience in some different things that we do. But for the most part, it really is just a retrospective. And it's not like a band where you play a song and stop, play a song and stop. It
just
just
keeps going.
goes.
It just-
Okay.
goes.
Yeah.
So for the sake of our audience out there, I just want to clarify that these guys today and the three of us, we're going to be spending really the majority, if not all of the time, talking about platforms and bell bottoms. The high rise stuff is going to be packaged over here for future information. Maybe that'll be another reason for them to come back to talk about high
Absolutely.
rise.
We'd
But
love that.
today
Absolutely.
we're focusing on platforms and bell bottoms
Mhm.
specifically. So please make note of that. Okay, I wanted to clarify that because listen, I'm very easily confused. So I was just like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then
I'm glad I'm not the only
no,
one.
I'm saying you're in it and you're living it.
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
the outsider guy that's confused. By the way, if you want to call in and talk to our guests, 702-992-3207, 702-992-3207. First caller gets a great smile of appreciation from me. Anyway, or put your questions. And if you watch us on YouTube, you can put your comments in there as well. John can reel in the comments from YouTube for us to see here on the screen.
If
So,
I feel like it.
well, I'm paying,
If it
I'm paying
feels
you,
like
so you're feeling like it. Anyway, well, next week. But anyway, so please do that as well. 702-992-3207. If you guys have comments that are coming up on your phones, because Matt is actually running a simulcast on his page, a little behind the scenes. So unfortunately, the folks on there, they're seeing green behind us. They don't get the privilege of seeing the beautiful background of my show. And so that is happening. And Tracy has shared the feed on her pages. So you
I'm
guys can
telling
watch it.
everyone to call because that would be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Tell that number again.
702
702
992
992
32. 07.
07.
Of course,
I'm
if they're
telling
watching,
everybody.
it's there on the screen right now.
Yes, it's there on the screen. The number is flashing on your screen.
That's right.
Flashing
Call now. That's right.
And operators are standing by.
But wait, there's more. Okay. Yes, but do so. All right. So
Hey, look,
what?
somebody posted up there. Hey, everybody, call 702-992-3207.
And that memo is from the Department of Redundancy Department. Anyway,
Department of Redundancy Department.
Right, exactly. So let's go back a little bit further. So individually, why? I'm going to start with you, Tracy. Why music? And when did you know? At what point that music was something that you really wanted to do for life?
Okay.
Let's go to that aha moment.
Yes. You know, when I was in kindergarten,
Okay.
there were these barrels in our yard that we
Okay.
would play in. And while everyone else was playing, I'd climb upon the barrel and sing to
Like a
everybody.
stage. Oh, wow.
Yes. And, you know, so
She's
that,
still climbing up on barrels.
Well,
and
looking at the high heels she's wearing, I believe that.
Yeah, exactly.
so that was probably an indicator.
Okay.
But then I kind of more went in the direction of dance because my mom took me to dance class and I did well with that. And then,
Besides being at that age of 3, 4 years old, as
Yes.
5, whatever it was, what was the first time you performed after all of that when you said, okay, the light here, I got something.
right. It took a while because my sister, who is a songwriter and singer, was quite successful. In the year 2000, she was a presenter on the Country Music Awards with a song that she had written. And we actually wrote a song together when we were about 4.
Really?
It-
4?
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't row your boat or something?
No, it was about a leprechaun.
Wow.
I think we were influenced by
The other
some-
one's copyrighted.
by Lucky. We
It's
were
true.
influenced by the cereal Lucky Charms.
Oh, yeah. Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious.
And so
I didn't watch much TV growing up.
oh, you poor deprived.
No, I did.
Oh, you did.
Just to tell you all you need to know.
Oh,
about my
that's
life.
Yeah,
right.
really.
There you go. So anyhow, my sister was quite successful with songwriting, and she told me, why don't you try it? And I said, okay. So I did, and I started my own original band called Wildflower in Los Angeles in about 2000. And that's around the time I met Matt.
A year before. Yeah.
And I had a CD that did quite well. It was originally a Christian type CD, but we were playing that music in the clubs in LA. And then we did a couple more and decided then to move to Vegas and do covers.
Okay.
So that was something new for me. I had to learn Mustang Sally. I didn't know it. I'm like,
We're
do
like,
people
Mustang
like this
Sally.
song? You
How
know,
many songs do you know in your repertoire?
A lot.
This always amazes me talking to singers.
Yeah.
It's a very vacillating number. I would say in general between 150, 200, but probably within the 10 years that we've been playing, I'm going to say 300 or 400 probably.
So pretty
that
much
we've
somebody
known
can probably
and then dropped.
somebody could probably come up to you and say, "Do you know?" And you chances
We
are
kinda
it's from
do.
that era.
Yeah.
And what I noticed is a lot more entertainers now are doing the cover stuff because
Mhm.
I think when you have people coming in from all over the world, they're familiar with certain types of music
Yes,
and performers.
exactly.
And it makes sense.
I call it the casino repertoire.
Okay.
You know, there's
Yeah.
certain songs that you know people will respond
Yeah,
to. And if
exactly.
you have
Yeah.
a dance floor, your job is to keep them on it.
Right. Right.
So, you know, over time they train us.
Right.
If we
They
do a
do-
song and it flops, we won't be doing that song.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So we kind of do the ones that people want to hear, at least in that setting.
So if you're like at a retirement home doing music, you don't really want to play Macarena. Probably not.
Oh, they love the mock.
Do they
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
goodness. Well, it depends what you mean by retirement home. But like
Well,
if you're
not a community, because that's 50 and over. Assisted living. Let
We
me put it
haven't
that way.
done the retirement
Oh,
homes,
okay. No,
but
good. No
sometimes I
Here's the
feel
thing.
they like
Here's the
stuff
thing
like
that was weird. When we were playing on cruise ships, we got a lot of lessons in what do people like and what do they know.
Yeah.
So you once a young couple come in, you think, okay, well, we should play Lady Gaga. No, they want to hear My Girl, and then you see the older couple in,
and they like the new stuff.
They want to hear Rock Around the Clock. No, they want to hear Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke because you can dance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Interesting.
a toss up.
But a cruise ship is a great way to learn the audience.
Oh,
right? Because
definitely.
you really have that
And
mix there.
here's the thing about, because we did cruise ships for about 3.5 years, starting in 2009, and land does not communicate with sea. So when we first got the contract, my first question, of course, was, well, do we need to know anything different? Because I mean, when we're in Vegas,
Sure.
we're, rock, pop, dance band,
Right.
kind of like everybody else. And they go, oh no, just do what you do. So we get on the cruise ship, and within the first I want to say day, maybe not even a day, we find out, oh, you're going to do a country show, a whole 50s show, and a whole ballroom dance show. So we had a very, very busy first 2 or 3 weeks.
I would say we learned that within the first hour.
Yeah, maybe probably the first hour.
Well, yeah, because when you're out at sea, you're limited with your entertainers. They all have to, because my wife and I took our first cruise a year ago. Mm-hmm. So you see the folks who work the ship also are your stage performers for all the different shows that they put on.
Right.
So I can imagine you guys are pulling triple duty on the different types of music.
You have literally a captive audience.
Oh, absolutely. Unless they jump ship because they don't like the music, that doesn't bode well.
They keep that secret, though.
That's
you won't hear about that.
It's a one-way ticket. Before we go to break, I want to learn from you your aha moment. Talk about when you.
So it was kind of a couple of different things. When I was growing up, when I was very young in Southern California, my mom and dad listened to classical music. So that's just all I knew about. Mm-hmm. So for a while, I wanted to be a great composer. I wanted to be like the next Tchaikovsky or Beethoven or whatever. I sort of went through that. And then I played clarinet, I played sax, I played piano a little bit, finally landed on guitar. I think during that whole time, I knew I really loved music, but I wasn't sure what direction I was going to take. Mm-hmm. When I finally hit the guitar, I think was when I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And I had my own band for a short while, but then very quickly started playing in other people's bands. And I really just loved playing the guitar and loved playing different styles. So it's kind of a couple different things. Once when I was very young, because I wanted to be a classical composer. And then once I really started getting good at the guitar, I knew this is what I wanted to do. Right on.
All right, we're going to step aside for a break because when we come back, these two are going to move over to Studio 1A. They have a song prepared for us, which we'll talk about when we come back. And then I will have a challenge for them when we come, not when we come back, but before we go off the air, I'm going to give them a challenge for something. And we'll see if they can do it. Because thus far in 18 and a half years of my career, nobody has successfully done it yet.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's going to be a challenge. All right, you're watching Aaron's Hour. Live music coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Mary McElhatton. I am the host of the Permission Mission Show. We air every single week on Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific Time with the WWDBTV.com and also my Permission Mission Facebook page. Permission Mission is a platform that we are able to talk about mortality openly, boldly, bravely, because it is something that's happening all the time. And to know more about it is going to help every family out. Thank you for joining me again, Mary McElhatton, the host for the Permission Mission Show.
A great show.
The show was fantastic.
Great trip down memory lane.
All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. Yes, I have a phone in my hand because Matt's running a live feed, and when he got up to go set up in 1A, everybody was looking at a green wall. So I have their phone, and I will turn it around for you all to see in a moment. But here they are. They're going to be performing Landslide by Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. Here they are, Matt and Tracy. Take it away, platforms and go on.
I took my love, I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hill when the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can a child in my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Oh, I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. So well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Yes, I'm getting older too. So take this love, take it down. Climb a mountain and turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, will the landslide bring me down? And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, maybe the landslide will bring me down. The landslide will bring me down.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
All right, welcome back. We're back. And John's going to turn down the internal stereo speakers because I think we just blew him out of the water. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Terrific. And for doing it this early in the morning, well, afternoon, because I know for entertainers, you guys are usually out late or singing or whatever it is, and to come in at, you know, what it is here on the Pacific time at 12:39, it's still relatively early for you guys to try to use the vocal tones.
Yeah.
But it sounded great. Thank you for coming in and doing that.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Doing live music and having live performances, that's what I love about my show, to be able to do
Absolutely.
that. And before we went back on the air, coming out of break, I said, and look, even just thinking about it, again, I have a very enviable seat because I'm literally sitting in front row in front of Studio 1A, which, by the way, is only about 3 feet to my left. And to hear
4.2.
How much? Oh, 4.4. Sorry, I didn't mean to shortchange the size or the distance. But anyway, that I get to sit here in I've watched many of my guests performing every single time. I get these goosebumps. And look, I still
Ooh,
just,
yes, you do.
so to have this seat and sit in front of you guys, and I've known you guys a little bit. Now,
Yes.
you know, we've crossed paths, but we've met about a year now, roughly. And to have you guys perform at this time, and for me to get, God bless you, what you guys do. I mean, that should tell you, this is the barometer.
Nice.
Right here. The hair standing up, folks, is the barometer of how terrific these guys
that
are.
makes me feel fantastic.
All right, I got to settle down now. Okay, so before I move on, you guys have an upcoming show, I believe. Is that correct?
We do.
Let's talk about it.
The show Platforms and Bell Bottoms that you saw the commercial for, and also where that last song is from. We do that. Platforms and Bell Bottoms will be at the Composers Room on Sunday, March 3rd. That's at 5 p.m.
Week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow. Yes, right. A week from tomorrow. And it is a production show featuring the music of Fleetwood Mac, Heart, ABBA, and more. There's more than just that. But we will be performing that song that we just performed will be part of the show, as well as the commercial that you saw before that.
The Composers Room, located at the historic Commercial Center at 953 East Sahara Avenue, 89104. Smoke-free venue, which I love, by the way. Free parking, delicious food, full bar. Tickets for the show start at $20 and are available by going to the Composer Room, composersroom.com/event/Matt-Tracy's-platform. Just go to their website, look it up, will you please? Or go to their pages. They'll give you the link to it. Make it that much easier as well. Okay, cool. Now, here's where I'm going to throw some curveballs at you. So hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. So what I do is I ask the same question to both, but I've decided to change that because then the other person has a chance to think about their answer. Not working. I'm alternating my questions. So who wants to go first?
Tracy does.
There you go. I knew that. So I was going to go to Tracy first anyway.
Everybody always does.
Of course. Who's your favorite actor of all time?
Favorite actor of all time. Goodness gracious. That's a hard one.
See, these are
I know this is so silly because it's very Disney, but I love Brendan Fraser.
The Mummy?
Yes.
That's right.
He's so cute.
Wasn't The Jungle? He was also like
George of the
Jungle.
Jungle.
Right.
That impacted me greatly. That was a strong
What's
influence.
The Whale.
The Whale what?
He starred in a movie called The Whale.
Did he? I didn't
Oh,
know
okay.
that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And
Was he playing Orca? What? I mean, what's
that was mean.
Well, no.
I'm starting to feel insignificant.
An extremely overweight person.
That is very true. Yeah, he gained.
Oh.
No, you're right. Yeah, he gained a lot of weight.
He was magnificent
Yes.
in that.
Was he? So he is a good actor in
We'll find
any
it.
shape
Yeah.
or
Check it.
size. Yeah. But I also, I tend to like, I guess, guys, because I like Keanu Reeves as well.
Keanu Reeves.
In Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So those were my influences.
Dude,
Okay.
excellent.
Exactly. I only took him seriously on the movie Speed with the bus and what's her name.
Right.
He's not a fan.
See, I just like Goofy. I can't help it. I'm
Well,
not.
that must be number one in his category.
You're my kind of
I'm
guy.
ranging up. Favorite actress. I'm going to give you the other side, Matt.
Yeah, really.
Well, but
Really?
Tracy's not an actress on movie or
Right,
TV yet.
exactly.
So I think
No,
Yes.
I'm just talking
Yes.
about the type of movies.
Yeah, right. Right. Not those kind.
he has to pay dollars for those.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Remember, I'm a musician. I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You can't afford that.
That's right.
I can't. Yeah. I know there's probably something else, but when I'm put on the spot this quickly, the first one that comes to mind is Bernadette Peters in The Jerk.
All I
just-
need is this TV remote, this chair,
Yes,
this
yes,
paddle
yes.
gun,
And my
nothing else. That's all I need.
and my dog.
And
my
no
dog.
special purpose.
I
And
don't.
this
I don't
chair.
need my dog.
And this chair.
Bernadette Peters was really cute.
Yeah.
She
But
was.
she
She
was
was
also
adorable.
really good.
No, she is. That movie's like 50 years old. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
mid-70s, mid to late 70s.
Yeah, I remember my parents watching.
Yeah,
it.
you
my God.
saw it as a
I
child.
still reference it to a lot of
Stay
people.
away from the oil.
That's right. No, when
Oh, the
at gas
cans!
station,
The cans!
he didn't realize he was being shot at. I reference that movie to a lot of people today, and I get the anyway. I show my age when I do shit like that. Okay, favorite movie of all time, so that when it comes on and you want to watch it, you turn off your phone. You don't want to be bothered. You
Right.
grab your popcorn, favorite beverage. Maybe you grab Matt. Maybe you grab somebody else. I don't know. Who do you watch it? What is that movie?
Okay, so I would say George of the Jungle.
I should have seen that one coming. I should have seen that one coming.
And of course, I'd watch it with Matt. And let's see, what would I like to eat?
Well, no, I
just
classified
answered
it with popcorn and
Okay.
So George of the Jungle
for sure.
I am going to ask you the same question. That's the only one because I'm just curious to see what yours would be.
I have another really silly movie.
This
is like so uncool, but I would have to say the first Jurassic Park movie.
That's okay. Listen,
he's a dinosaur guy.
That's the only one of the series I ever saw, and that was why it ended there after the original myself. It's not. If I want to get that scared, I just look at my bank account. I don't need to.
Exactly.
But
and of course it would be with Tracy if she wanted to join me, but she's not really into that.
You're not into those kind of movies?
No, I love Jurassic Park.
Here's probably how it would work. If I sat through George of the Jungle, she would have to.
But I would like to tell you what I would like to eat when I'm watching.
Okay.
George
Yeah,
of the
because
Jungle.
that's.
So it's not just
and
popcorn.
I'm sure everyone can relate to this. Thrifty ice cream, chocolate malt.
Thrifty is such a classic flavor or variety.
And there is a
in the
brand.
cardboard container.
in the cardboard container, the single scoop, and you can get them at there's a Chevron station just like about 5 minutes from our house. I'm there like all the time.
You said Durango. Durango and what?
Durango
and
tropical.
Durango and Centennial.
Okay, so
it's right near the 250.
You know who
Northwest.
You know who else carries Thrifty ice cream, John? Marsigliano's Pizzeria and more on West Sahara and Cimarron.
Ooh.
So if you want some great Italian food, go over there. Marsigliano's. It's on Sahara and Cimarron. And Richie from Staten Island, so you know you're getting real Italian food. And they also have the Thrifty ice cream. Richie, so if you go in there, if you decide to ever go in there, tell them Aaron sent you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They'll double the bill and take 50% off because of my name. So,
what a great combination, though.
No, seriously.
That sounds
amazing.
It's
good stuff. All right.
Sounds amazing.
One final question for that round, and then we'll go back to some other important stuff. You're stopped at a red light in your car. Okay. Now, this may be a loaded question because you are a singer by trade. But you're at a red light. Your favorite all-time song comes on the radio. You're bebopping in the car. You don't have your guitar, nothing fancy.
Right.
You don't care what anybody's looking at when they're seeing you in the car. Bebopping to what song?
What song would it be? Give me just a couple seconds because there's 3 or 4 that come to mind.
Give me the first one.
The first one. Oh God, I want to. The Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay,
by Queen.
And then you get into the headbang.
Yes, absolutely.
And everybody's looking in your car wondering, does he need medical attention over there? Right, I get it.
Yes, I do need medical attention, but we won't get into that.
That's a whole different show. That's a whole different topic. All right. So you mentioned, I want to go back to the singing. You used a word earlier that I don't think we use a lot in Vegas. We don't use it anymore, which is a shame. And that is lounges inside the casinos.
Yes.
We know after the pandemic, all that stuff went away. They want to make room for more machines and all of that. So it seems to be harder for entertainers like yourselves to find a location to perform because those lounges are gone.
True.
And I say this with all due respect, there's a lot of you guys out there, entertainers, who need that space.
That's right.
How difficult is it becoming, though, seriously, to find space? I mean, you have this going on down there coming up for the next couple of days.
Yes.
Then you got to go out hunting again, right?
Absolutely.
So what are you guys up against when you try to find a place?
I think there's a niche market that's opening up in Las Vegas.
Okay.
A lot of it is on Sahara. There's the Composer's Room, and then down the street is the Ahern.
Okay.
And these are privately owned. The Ahern is a hotel, and the Composer's Room is a restaurant.
Right.
That are opening their doors to, and I find a lot of live music and a lot of DIY projects, and a lot of people like ourselves who have the experience are creating their own shows.
Okay.
And these venues are opening their arms to these people. So it's kind of really cool because the locals are really supporting this.
Sure.
And it's really creating a movement, I believe. And anyone that's doing anything that we're aware of, there's also Myron's at the Smith Center. So there's quite a lot of these things happening, which is really quite exciting.
Do you think the lounges within casinos may ever make a comeback in any way, shape, or form, in your opinion?
It's hard to say. For me, I think that eventually they will, because I think the Strip right now is kind of clenching down, and it's like anytime that there's any sort of money situation, it's like, oh, get rid of the performance. That's always but then they end up coming back. I mean, it's like, and then they'll have a pandemic so they can, whatever. And I mean, because I remember we used to play out of town a lot. We did Laughlin and Mesquite and Pine Top and all that stuff. And then when 2020 rolled around and all that madness, that was a point where we were saying we're going to want to stay here in Vegas. But it was also the point where we started playing at the Paris Hotel. And that was a gig that we'd wanted for a really long time. And we had just started getting into rotation. We did a couple dates in January. We did a couple dates in February, and then everything. And we did New Year's leading into that.
Wow.
And then of course everything blew up after that. And then after the pandemic, they brought us back like a couple times, but just as a duo. Now, when we performed there before, it was with High Rise, the 5-piece High Rise band. Because High Rise can be a 4 or 5-piece band or a duo or a trio.
Gotcha.
So
but they just brought you guys back.
Yeah, they brought us back just as a
Gotcha.
duo,
Gotcha.
and did that a couple times, and then it was.
It seems to me in the locations you mentioned previously, they're all they're not on the strip. They're not far from the strip. I mean, those Ahern. I mean, it's basically on the strip.
It's on Sahara, across from Sahara.
Yeah, exactly. It's diagonally across. It's that big open lot where the iHeartRadio does the festivals and stuff.
Exactly.
But I want to believe that there's more locations off the strip.
Oh yes,
that are opening up their arms because there aren't the places within the casinos anymore.
Right.
For I mean, the Treniers. I don't know if you know the history of the Treniers. Longtime lounge act for like in the 50s and 60s. Don Hill was their sax player, and I got to know Ricky Cash, my former partner.
Don Hill sounds that.
Yeah, he was a saxophone player. So remember the Cosby Show?
Yeah.
Well, Bill Cosby's character's name, Heathcliff, was in honor of Heathcliff Trenier, who was the leader. He was good friends with the Treniers. But the Treniers were like the #1 lounge act in all of Las Vegas. It was 5 or 6, Pete, the drummer, saxophone. Those guys were staples. The lounges were the staples. If Frank Sinatra comes in, he wasn't a lounge act. He was your main stage. Elvis was a main stage.
Right, of course.
But the Treniers made their name popular and were treated like the Frank Sinatras because of the lounge.
Interesting.
So it's interesting. I would hope there's more and more places that will open up and be available to you guys. John,
I hope so too.
Yeah, and back at that time, when the headliners would finish their show, they would go to the lounge and watch the lounge acts. And
Sinatra and company made a beeline for the Trenier show all the time.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And so they supported each other.
And that's happened to us too. There's been a couple times when we've been playing in a lounge, and whoever was playing in the main showroom will come and see us, and sometimes we'll go and see.
No, I used to go down to that is a place on Flamingo. Why am I blanking on the hotel?
Flamingo.
Flamingo.
The place Rita Lim plays.
Oh, the Tuscany.
The Tuscany.
Yes.
Jeez.
That's still.
That's still.
Clint Holmes' wife did a show down there. Kelly once a week, whatever it was, and invariably whoever walked in would have an opportunity. Just Lanny Counts would go up there. This is what Clint was if he was there. Would go, and I don't see that anymore. Where people are just. I see what you're saying, but you're in the same location. So the big performers, the bigger the headliners, they'll go to the other shows.
Right.
But that's a show where people would go around specifically to go to play to riff, be called up and have fun to do.
Right.
We're not doing that anymore, and I'm glad to hear you saying that. That seems to be coming back.
Yeah.
We've all been in this town long enough to know. And I'm going to try to be very politically correct when I say this. You know who your supporters are, and you know who is not.
Right.
And this town, unfortunately, in my opinion, has more of the non-supporters of people than the supporters. And that's what I think is taking over Vegas. There's enough opportunity here with 40 million people a year who come here that everybody should have a piece of their pie.
Absolutely.
Now, is there competition within an industry? Absolutely.
Of course.
But does it have to be cutthroat to where you're cutting people's feet out from under them?
Right.
That I call bullshit on. And that's what upsets me the most about what should be and is the entertainment capital of the world.
Exactly.
Soon to becoming the sporting capital of the world.
Right.
And that is big change.
And it just, I don't know, jealousy, whatever you want to call it, to have all that other stuff going on and ripping feet out from under people because of this one said, It is total garbage. And that's what upsets me most about this industry.
Yeah.
So
I
get off my soapbox.
We feel,
I completely agree with you on that. I mean,
it's our friends, the other fellow musicians seem to be our best resource.
Right.
And so it would be nice, of course, if at a corporate level, that kind of support could come forth, because ultimately, yes, money does have something to do with it.
Of course.
So it would be beautiful. I think everybody would be very happy if there was more resources. But for now, we have each other. And I'm happy about that. You know?
Well, and that's just it. There are enough of us going through the same thing in this town that we should be uplifting each other.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I mean, we talked about this before we went on the air. Matt and I were first introduced to each other by Ed over at Desert Valley Gallery, right?
Ed Murray.
Ed, shout out to you. And so now, as we all know, they do a show there once a month, whatever it is, or every week, whatever it's boiled down to, a little cabaret. But they could put 30 people in their little space.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's at least a space for somebody to come. I mean,
exactly.
Monique performed there.
Yes.
Now she's at the composers room.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
the more that maybe we ought to turn this studio into a lounge.
You
there,
should.
Mr.
You could pack the house.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'll only 3 wallet.
Yes. You
So-
know about that, huh?
Yeah. Who doesn't, right?
And that's the problem. I mean,
Yeah.
my rooms are
Most of these
Yeah,
places.
right.
Actually, you guys have more like 5 or 6 walls here.
Right. And the
That's
ceiling.
okay. And the ceiling,
so
right?
cut it in half.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It's
Thank
true.
you, John.
You know, the people least who have the least ability to take the risk of a show are taking the risk of the
Right,
show.
exactly.
The performers themselves. So we are very grateful for the few venues, and including the Composers Room, with platforms and bell bottoms, who are allowing us this opportunity. It's really we're so grateful.
And I this is not in any way an egotistical comment that I'm about to make or do, because I'm very humbled by what I do and the people that find it comfortable enough to come on my show like you guys. I like to consider that, if nothing else, when I have folks on like you guys, you're not performing a set, you're not doing a full show, you're doing a song, but it's exposure to the market.
Exactly.
That's another avenue for the local folks, international folks, whatever, to know that you guys are out here and should look for you when they come out here.
Right.
Are they playing when I'm out there? Where can I see them? That's what I love about what I do, is that this is a little bit of a launching pad in my little corner of the world,
exactly.
to help acts and folks like you guys let the world know that you're here. Where they shouldn't just look for the Wayne Newtons of the world.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm grateful, like I said, that I have the blessing of guests like you guys over 18 years of doing this, that have felt coming on here has been worth it for them.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
I
absolutely.
appreciate that.
I mean, we're
We
very
love what
grateful
you're
for
doing.
people like you, of which there's not a lot. But I mean,
broke the mold,
that way.
No, but seriously, I mean, there's enough out there that we should all be happy making a few dollars. All right, we are down to about
Absolutely.
2 minutes. So I'm going to fire a couple more questions. We'll talk about your shows coming up, and then we're going to get out of here because John charges me double. And then I can talk about my guests for next week. Okay. Where do I want to go with this? Favorite superhero, Batman or Superman? And let me give you a hint in case you need a little help choosing the show this to your audience. I want them to see what I'm showing them. So this is the hint I'm giving them, folks, as to who.
Okay, I'm not taking any hints at all, and
No
I've
hints.
not been bribed at all by
No.
this. But Spider-Man.
Oh!
I mean Batman.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Next time you see them, Tracy will be with me alone. This guy, Matt, that's definitely
No, seriously, it would be Batman.
What's
actually.
your reason for that? Because it's a great long time debate,
It's
Batman, Superman.
nothing really more than the movie. I saw one of the first movies.
Like you're talking about Adam West movies?
No,
in the
no, no,
60s?
no, no,
'Cause that was a
no.
classic.
Yeah, I remember hearing about those. I never saw.
Here,
no,
right.
the
My grandfather told him about it.
yeah, my
Wait a minute.
grandfather.
I
told me
grew
about
up on those.
Zowie.
Heard about them? Oh, crap. I did it again.
No, the
Michael Keaton, 89,
yes,
that
yes,
one.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Most people
And-
envision him to be, and then when he came back in the Flash movie, that had
That
come
was
out.
Right,
really
right,
great.
right.
They did a great job.
Absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant.
Same question to you without any hints. Who's your favorite superhero?
well,
Could be anybody. See,
Let's
I
see.
always give the ladies a little more leeway.
I like
the guys,
Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
The Tomb Raider.
Yes.
Why?
Well, she's a girl for one thing.
She's
Well,
hot.
obviously.
And
That's for
yeah,
you and
I
me.
kind of like Angelina
And she's a
Jolie.
badass too.
She is
She's
a badass.
Yeah, all right.
So
Cool.
for those reasons. yeah.
Final question for you both, a little on the serious note. This one goes to both of you. When the day comes, and may it be many, 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 many years down the line, that you go to the pearly gates, and the maitre d' is there to welcome you.
Right.
What is it you want to hear the maitre d' say to you upon welcoming you in? Matt, I'll save it for the lady last.
Oh, wow.
That's the toughest question.
Yeah, that is the toughest question.
That's a serious
It is.
question.
It's the only serious question I ask here.
I
would. It gives you time to think about it.
Right,
I know,
exactly.
I have an advantage.
I would say that I would hope he would say that you did a great job in your life of loving people and using God's gift.
You know, the
of
headstone's only
music.
so big. No, I'm only kidding. But you use your talents.
Yeah, I would hope that I would be remembered for using my talents and for being good to people. Those are the two things that I think that are really.
Now you're.
I would just say your mom is proud. I would like to hear them say your mom's proud of you.
Okay.
Because if my mom is proud, that means something.
She loves her mom. She talks to her mom all the time.
My mom is going to be 24 years in November, so I get it.
Yeah,
I absolutely get it. Well, guys, real quickly, talk about your upcoming shows again and where they can get information.
We have the show
platforms and bell bottoms.
Platforms and
you.
bell bottoms will be at the Composers Room on Sunday, March 3rd at 5 p.m. It is a production show featuring the music of Fleetwood Mac, Heart, ABBA, and more. Again, March 3rd at the Composers Room.
There you go. Go to the Composers Room website or just check these guys out on Facebook. They'll have all the information.
Absolutely.
Also our website, if you want to just keep in touch with us, our website is highrisebandlasvegas.com.
So we're just going to confuse them. We
I know,
unwound
it is
all of that
confusing.
confusion. No, I'm only kidding. We unwound all of that confusion, and now we're on a website at High Rise. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No. But bottom line is you can catch them in either place. That's the important
right.
part.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you for coming in. Hope
Oh,
you guys
Aaron,
have
thank
fun.
you. We
I enjoyed
did.
it.
Absolutely. So fun. It went by so fast.
Good.
And you made us feel so comfortable.
Yeah, it's
So
fun
if to all my friends out there, if you get an invitation from Aaron, take it.
Oh,
Please.
If you know anybody
So
that
fun.
wants to just throw them my
I
way,
know.
we'll see what we can
Believe
do.
me, I do.
I appreciate
I
that.
absolutely do.
Next week's show, listen, I'm going to continue on. Guess what? I have the owner or the producer of Strange Films, August Aguilar's coming on because we're going to talk about their new movie coming out called The Gift, which actually has a premiere set here of March 23rd. So he'll be on Zoom from Tennessee. I'm hoping the star of the movie will be joining me in studio. More to come, but check out my Facebook page for that. Thank you, Nicole Vegas, by the way, for that connection. With that, I'm going to thank everybody for watching, everybody on Matt's feed. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you all. Come back anytime. Have a great week, everybody. Be happy, be safe, and more importantly, love each other. As always, be kind to each other. Why? We're all we got. We'll see you next time right here on Aaron's Hour. Thank you, everybody.